President of the United States Donald Trump has officially endorsed Republican Senator of South Carolina Lindsey Graham for re-election in 2026. Trump released a statement just a few moments ago that I am covering now in this video, where he said, Senator Lindsey Graham is working incredibly hard for the great people of South Carolina, a state I love and won big in 2016, 2020, and 2024. Lindsey has been a wonderful friend to me and has always been there when I needed him. As the chair of the Senate Budget Committee, Lindsey is fighting tirelessly to grow the economy, lower taxes, and eliminate government waste. Lindsey is also relentlessly focused on helping us secure the border, stop migrant crime, strongly support our great military and veterans, promote American energy dominance, defend our always under siege Second Amendment, and ensure peace through strength. Senator Lindsey Graham has my complete and total endorsement for re-election. He will not let you down. Everyone in South Carolina should help Lindsey have a big win next year. The president tweeted that around 7:56 p.m. And Lindsey Graham, in his response on this post that I'm reading now, Graham writes, President Trump's endorsement means the world to me. I am humbled by his faith in me as a senator and as a friend. On a professional level, I am proud to have been there at the beginning when President Trump, through sheer force of will, achieved the greatest political comeback in American history. On a personal level, I genuinely enjoy our friendship. He's an awesome golfing buddy who I have yet to beat. I look forward to being one of the driving forces in the U.S. Senate to enact President Trump's agenda to make America more prosperous and more secure. Thank you, Mr. President. So that's the statement Trump made. Trump has now officially endorsed Lindsey Graham. As for what this means for the Senate race, well, on the Wikipedia page, it goes over this. Senator Lindsey Graham has been endorsed by Donald Trump. There was some maybe potential that Lindsey Graham would get a primary challenger, as not a lot of people on the MAGA wing of the Republican Party are thrilled with Lindsey Graham. He's not always been 100% with the MAGA movement and MAGA agenda, but now he's gotten the endorsement of Donald Trump. Lindsey Graham is currently facing off against two primary challengers, one from Mark Lynch, an appliance store owner, one from Thomas Murphy, a retired Navy hospital corpsman. Another publicly expressed interest candidate was Ralph Norman, the U.S. representative from South Carolina's 5th District. Also, two other candidates that could potentially run is Adam Morgan, a former state rep and candidate for South Carolina's 4th District in 2024, and Nancy Mace, U.S. representative from South Carolina's 1st District. Though now that President Trump endorsed, I'm pretty sure Nancy Mace will not be running for this. As for governor, that still remains to be seen. Graham now houses the endorsements of Donald Trump, fellow South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, and the governor of South Carolina, Henry McMaster. As for the race itself in the general election, only one Democrat has filed paperwork to run. This is Catherine Fleming Bruce, author and candidate for Senate in 2022. Inside Elections, Cook Political Report, and Sabo's Crystal Ball all has this race listed as safe Republican. The biggest news for all this is this essentially clears the Republican primary for Lindsey Graham of a potential MAGA challenger. They can make the argument that he's not MAGA enough, but he has the endorsement of President Donald Trump, so that would essentially be a moot point at that situation. It is very interesting, though, especially if anyone watching this video is a big fan of the president and the MAGA movement. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Lindsey Graham is 100% loyal to the MAGA movement, or is he more of the old guard type of Republican? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this. As for the state of South Carolina itself, we did see in the 2024 presidential election, it went 58-40 for Trump over Harris. The exact numbers in 2024 was 58.23% to 40.36%, Trump getting a 17.9% win in the state of South Carolina. That's how it voted at the presidential level. Let's see if there was a Senate race in 2020. There was not a Senate race in 2024. I can pull up the recent history as well, though, for the Senate races. In 2022, Tim Scott was reelected, 25.9% margin of victory for Scott. Back in 2020, when Graham was last on the ballot, he did win by 10.3% against the Democrat, which is Jamie Harrison, who I did believe went on to become the head of the DNC for a little bit of time. Back in 2016, Tim Scott won with 23.6% of the vote. And in 2014, a great night for the Republicans, Lindsey Graham won re-election by 15.5%. So even though the last time Graham was on the ballot, he only won by 10.3%, and I believe in opinion polling, he is usually one of the lower senators in terms of approval rating. South Carolina is such a safe Republican state, and with the endorsement of Donald Trump, I'd be pretty surprised if Lindsey Graham either does not break 15% margin of victory this time around, or at very least is very, very close to getting it. I do believe he will get over that, though. As for what it means for the 2026 Senate elections, just in case you were wondering, South Carolina, I do have it as safe Republican without a doubt, which means over 15% of the vote, over 15% margin of victory for Graham in South Carolina. Republicans do start out with an advantage of 51 Senate seats. Democrats start out with 44, and 5 seats I see as toss-up or battleground Senate seats that are going to be fought for in the next election. So that's all the news I have for you on this video about Lindsey Graham. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a like, click subscribe, share with your friends and family, leave a comment below telling me your thoughts, and please remember to hit subscribe as I post a new video every single day that you're not going to want to miss. That'll do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.